Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Cal,
And I'm Ghost.
and today we're talking about Arc Raiders. I finally got some time to sit down and play it over the weekend, and honestly, I wish I had more time because I can feel myself wanting to
Uh,
get back in and play.
yeah,
I can feel that itch starting to build in the
nah.
back of my brain.
I'm glad I
Uh,
didn't get on there and play. Then gonna ruin that game
but
like Apex or finals.
but
30 hours into a fucking beta.
first of all, let's
No.
talk about what is it? So, Arc Raiders is made by Embark Studios. Embark Studios is also the people who made the finals, which we love. You know, that fast-paced, adrenaline-packed FPS shooter with destruction that mirrors, Battlefield, stuff like that. So this is their project that they've been working on. It was originally announced back in the during the Game Awards, and honestly, from the first trailer, it piqued my interest because we see a group of soldiers running through like this, like a wasteland almost, and they're all working together to bring down these big giant robotic spiders and what is it? Kind of like
It's kind of cool though.
robots and stuff like that, like drones in the sky. So from
Right.
the initial look, it seemed like we were going towards the Helldivers type game.
You
But
got to be careful with that though, because
right,
they got a stranglehold on that market.
exactly. But also, as the game went on, they also marketed it as a free to play. But as the years went on, they kind of like dropped that. Now you're going to have to pay for this, and it's a PvPvE extraction shooter. So the premise is it's a society that exists underground, and you as a player and everybody else in that environment uses tunnels to ride to the surface. And on the surface, you are supposed to be out here scavenging for materials scavenging for materials, trying to stay out in the world as long as possible so you get more XP. And then while doing this, you're also trying to avoid enemy players, or if you're a demon, go after enemy players, and also avoid the enemy NPCs that are called arcs. You can't hide.
So is it kind of like the Division, like Dark Zone type thing?
Yes.
Like where it's PvE
Yes.
like that, or PvE PvP, whatever.
Yes.
Like everyone's after everybody.
Right. But I mean, you can get
Devilish.
in and get out without really coming into contact with anyone. So initially, when every time you come up out of the tube, you are spawned in a different location.
Okay, Mario. Okay.
And initially, the vibe that I was getting as moving my character was very reminiscent of The Last of Us. The character movement is really smooth and responsive. It was very realistic to play. Also, the game is incredibly atmospheric. There is no ambient music playing. You can hear like the wind whistling through the air,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
the creaking of metal around you, and every now and then you'll hear like gunshots in the distance. The gunshots are not ambient noise. The gunshots are actually players shooting at one another, because initially I thought, oh, they're just having those gunshots ringing out just to add more flavor to the environment. But no,
You have some intensity to it though.
yeah. Oh yes, yeah, absolutely. Because when you get there, you're like, what is like the guns sound like they have so much punch to them. It's absolutely insane. So when you get up into a gunfight, it's that adrenaline starts to spike in your body a little bit. Also, when
But that's good though. I like
yes,
that.
yes, very well done. Also, while you are scavenging, you also have like this anxiety that's constantly in your body, because whenever you trying to breach into a container or anything or trying to scavenge, basically, you have to bring out your breaching tool. And when you do this, it's incredibly loud. It's a very harsh whining sound, like creaking metal as you're trying to break into like a locker or a storage or a cache that's out in the wilderness. And also, obviously, because it's so loud, other players can hear this, and this can be kind of like a a signal to say, hey, we can
It's a
rush this
sounding
guy.
beacon.
Yes. So
Yeah,
we can rush this guy.
absolutely.
So it's
Third party.
exactly. Also, this game, as I was describing to a friend earlier, in any FPS game, usually having visuals and being able to see what you're shooting at is very important, especially in something like Call of Duty where it's incredibly fast paced. So
I like close my eyes and just blind fire.
All right. So when you're playing Call of Duty, they kind of have to up the visuals and, do some of their dev magic behind the scenes to make that player stand out from its environment. This game is not doing that. You will I got to the point where I was like, I'm not going to fire on anybody unless I can empty the clip into them without them running around the corner, because if they get around that corner and they manage to get into some shrubbery or hide behind a tree, it is very hard to pick them out from the environment because they blend so well. I'm not sure if this is intentional or not, but if it is, I love it. It does not feel frustrating. It feels like a part of the experience because I'm like, where did he go? Also, go ahead.
So since you're looting, right?
Yes.
Is it like most like looter? I'm guessing like a looter shooter. Like, is it like Apex or Fortnite or COD, whatever, like that battle royale feel where like you go from standard gun like a gray or a white to yellow, green, blue, purple, like that? Or how does the actual loot system work?
So initially, like in Apex, right, when you open the box, everything pops out for you to grab and go.
Right. Right.
This doesn't work that way. There is actually, when you're searching something, a window, the loot window pops up, and it'll load for a little bit. Like you'll have like these squares, like these inventory slots. But when you're searching, it's taking a while. Like each slot takes about like 3 or 4 seconds to load because it's imitating your character searching and rummaging through the scrap. So you can't
that's
just
cool though.
Yeah. So you can't just go to a box and be like, it immediately shows you everything that's in there. No, you have to sit there and wait to see.
Yeah, so like in Call of Duty, it pops out an M4 body plate, cache, and something else, and you just kind of take what you want and bounce. Like you're in a danger zone by searching at one of these things.
Like you are vulnerable while doing this. You're taking the risk to continue searching, especially if you're going up to a dead body and they have a lot on them. It is nerve-wracking, especially if their body is out in the open. It is nerve-wracking to go up to that person and start searching their body, because if they have upgraded their inventory and you start searching, man, you can be in. That's about at least 1 to 2 minutes of you just sitting out in the open, not knowing if somebody's looking at you and about to scope in on you. Obviously
sounds spicy.
It is well done. The intensity is absolutely there in this game. Also, there is a skill tree. So every time you go in, anytime you're looking for anything, looking in boxes, you get XP for that. Every time you search, you're getting XP. So even if you do have like a bad run, but you spent the whole time searching, you still get XP at the end of your run. So when you come back,
well, that's good.
Yeah, so when you come back, you have XP, you level up, and as you level up, you get skill points. Skill points, and they have a skill tree, obviously, which I enjoy. The skill tree has, I'm just going off from memories, so I started putting mine in mobility because you have to move. Like stamina is really important in this game, obviously. So anytime you jump or anything, it's wasting stamina, which is why I was going back to like when you're making sure when you have sight on somebody, make sure that they are in the open, so you have plenty of time to empty the clip and get them down. Because if they disappear, you have no idea where they're going to recover to.
That's fantastic, though.
Yes,
sounds suspenseful.
It is. There are shields that you can pick up and use. Also, shields come from, I'm going off of memory here, I don't have any notes, but when you use a shield, that kind of works like Apex and gives you a little bit of more buffer before somebody starts laying into your actual health. There are ways to
Right.
recharge your shield. There are ways to boost your stamina for like a limited time with syringes and anything else that you find in the world. So there are mods that you can equip onto yourself to give an edge in combat wherever you're at. But all in all, like, not just the map, I didn't realize as I kept playing they opened up another map, and the second map that I got to play was like a sunken city. And
that's kind of cool.
yes, and it's covered in sand, and you're fighting on rooftops, and there's multiple places for you to like go into, like windows and search. But also, like I said, some of these windows are like black. You don't know if somebody's hiding in the corner watching you loot, or you sometimes you get one of those arc drones find you. You're too busy fighting that, and somebody run up on you and kill you that way. Also,
I mean, I'm kind of here for it. I like it.
Yes, you would have loved this game. I'm not gonna lie. Me and you haven't really dipped our toes into the extraction shooter genre much. Honestly, not at all.
Sounds like we going to.
But when this drops, or the next beta drops, I'm definitely in there.
Do they have a projected date yet? Like, did they say anything during the testing?
Off of memory, I can't really, but I will put it up on the screen if there is a projected date or projected month. But also, before we close out, I did want to say all the things that I have named that increase your anxiety and intensity in the game. Also, when you extract, there are elevators and hatches, and also the extract. Yes, there are elevators that you can use to extract. There's hatches, and to get into these hatches, you have to find like keys on the map. So,
okay.
Also, like in the sunken city where I was at, I thought that all the extractions were the same. They're not. Some of them are in subways. So I used a zip line to go down to the subway, and you call the subway station. When you call the subway station, it also sounds like a very loud alarm that calls arcs to you.
It just sounds like everything is out to get you, and everything you do sends out a signal to come and get you. It's like GTA.
Except on GTA, your blip is always on the map. So there's no getting away from that. But yeah, going down to this, like, everything is like, every action that you take can cause somebody to run up on you and kill you. There's a risk to every action that you take, and I think that's what makes the game so good, in my opinion. It makes it stand out from other shooters. But
definitely sounds like fun, though.
It was. I really wish I had more time with the game. I'm definitely excited. And honestly, I noticed a little bit while I was playing. I saw one guy shoot a drone, and there's really great destruction. I didn't see much destruction as far as buildings, but when it comes to like drones, you can destroy certain parts off of them. Because I saw one guy shoot like the propeller. Like, one drone had 4 propellers. He shot one, and that mug was just spinning around in a circle. It couldn't even, but it was causing a lot of noise. Yeah, it was causing a lot of noise.
Oh, no, it's got to go, though.
Yeah,
no, it's got to go. It's got to go.
Weaponry is what you would expect. It's when you first drop in, it's basically like bare bones. It looks like a piece of crap, something that just got stuck together. It's rusted. You can obviously upgrade this stuff. My favorite weapon was like the bolt action rifle, because if you put that on somebody, it takes off shield and health so quickly.
Nice.
If you're aiming correctly, but
it hits with a punch, though.
Yeah, all the weapons felt like they did a considerable amount of damage. I didn't feel like the health, like the time to kill, was that bad. Things could things could change. And also, I forgot to mention, like, stuff like shields can cause you to drain stamina a lot more, because there's a lot more weight on your body.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so the more stuff you carry, I believe that slows you down as well. But
okay, so cost and reward.
Yes. All in all, what I have played, absolutely fantastic. This is what I like to see. Embark is easily becoming one of my favorite studios. I'm actually interested in knowing what else they come out with, considering these are ex-Battlefield developers. So, yeah.
All right.
I look forward to the next beta. I'm dragging you in next time. I did all that work playing for 30 minutes, playing 4 rounds, just for you to be out all day on Cinco de Mayo.
Hey, listen, brother. When you married to a Mexican woman, I'm going out on Cinco de Mayo. It is what it is. Plus,
That's
I've been
fair.
working a whole lot, so I need to stay. I need to get my ass out of the house.
That's also true.
2 more
I
weeks.
still don't like it.
2 more weeks. Listen, bitch. I don't like it either, but it is what it is.
Anyway, let me know in the comments if you had a chance to play the tech test this weekend. Let me know if you enjoyed it, what you liked, what you hated. Above all else, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video. We will catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.